But I would advise Ombudsman Remulla, if you are listening, stop conducting press conferences almost every day because you will never know what is really happening in the office of the Ombudsman. Biro mo, hindi mo alam anong proseso sa isang kaso. Kaya kung minsan nagmumukhang tanga yung Ombudsman, ang gagawin, press con ka na mag-press con, wala ka talagang maalalaman sa Ombudsman.
Lumabas lang siya nung sinabi ko may gagawin ng Ombudsman tungkol siya. So, it's a surprise, secret decision. Okay? Nobody was raising that issue before. Joel Villanueva kept quiet through all the years. Ombudsman martires never spoke about it. Diba parang secret decision siya? Alam niyo ba yun? Did you know about it? Nobody knows about it.
It started with the 3019, the SALN. Then 3019 was practically, with respect to SALN, repealed by 6713, Republic Act 6713. Republic Act 6713 was in 1989. In 2012, there was the Data Privacy Act.
Right.
That is the reason why I said, let us follow the Data Privacy Act, get the consent of the filer. At first, my staff at the Office of the Ombudsman were objecting to what I said. I said, I'll tell you that the SALN is being weaponized. I gave an example of the former President Noynoy Aquino that when his SALN increased by 10 million, they said, nag-increase. You are supposed, of course, to publish the SALN of a government official as news. But you're not supposed to editorialize, to comment on that SALN. Had they only said, this is the SALN of President Noynoy, without saying, nag-increase pa ng 10 million eh. Yun ang foul, di ba? Now, the Data Privacy Act only requires the consent. Medyo may kahirapan ngayon. Kaya, lahat ng, ang pinakamahirap lang actually, na guideline, ay yung sa House of Representatives. Because, approval by the majority of the members in plenary session.
To release the SALN?
To release the SALN of a particular congressman. In the
Nobody
Senate,
released their SALN.
in the Senate, it's just also the consent of the senator. There is a provision in the Republic Act 6713, the creation of a review and compliance committee.
Right.
It will be the duty now of the review and compliance committee to ask you why the increase of so much, of 1,000%. If the review and compliance committee will be satisfied with your explanation, there's no case.
Right.
And also, the SALN can be corrected. It is correctable. So in the case of, you remember the case of Chief Justice Corona,
Right.
when later on the Supreme Court granted the request of the wife to correct the SALN. Because you can't correct the SALN. You can't explain why the jump, why the decrease in your assets and liabilities.
But that's precisely the public official. As, for instance, all of us used to be in government. We owe the public an explanation as to why your net worth has suddenly increased.
We're objecting to the issuance of the guidelines, and I was telling them the SALN is weaponized. When in 2019, I think June or July of 2019, when I went to the Sandigan Bayan to withdraw the information filed against President Noynoy Aquino, the usurpation of authority, I told my staff, I have now my SALN, my exit SALN from the Supreme Court, and my entry SALN in the Ombudsman. Okay. When I have my entry SALN in the Supreme Court, I have not yet received my 5 years lump sum. In my entry SALN in the Ombudsman, the 5-year lump sum I received from the Supreme Court was already reflected. Okay. So I gave my SALN to the Inquirer, Philippine Star. 2 days thereafter, Philippine Star comes up with a banner, Ombudsman, richer by X amount in 3 years, in 5 years. Parang nangurakot ako ng 3 milyon isang taon.
Sa media po ang tawag nun, nang-uurot po sila sa inyo.
Ay, in every month, di ba? So, that was the time when my staff and some officers of the Office of the Ombudsman were surprised. Sabi ko, tingnan nyo, sa ginawa pa ng media, you remember Teddy Boy,
Locsin.
no,
Teddy Benigno.
Benigno. Nung araw, Teddy Benigno, lagi nagdadala ng pera. Because there were always threats ng kidnapping sa kanya o kaya robbery. So parang alam ko sa kanya noon, he always had in his pocket, and this was during the 80s, mga 50,000. Kasi mayroong mga tumatawag sa kanya, either kikidnapin yung anak niya o kung sino mang relative niya. So lagi siya may handang cash nung araw eh. So, okay, you redact. Up to what point will you redact?
Yes, but what is important and immediately, you know, our Supreme Court, our justices should be more proactive. Alam mo, ang attitude ng juez, maghihintay yan doon sa mga parties to come up with their positions and then act. You know, in this day and age, maybe they should look at seriously the correctness of this or the propriety of this. You know, to be, you can interfere as long as you don't talk about the merits. Pagbabagal-bagal dyan ang juez, tawagan mo. At nangyayari naman yan eh.